This is the Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. On the weather map this morning, we have a big storm system heading into the Pacific Coast with lots of moisture accompanying this system. This is going to create some potentially hazardous conditions across the region for Thanksgiving Day and also for Friday and a little bit into Saturday. So let's just hop right on into it. And this is looking at your high temperature forecast for today, and not too bad all across most of the region, with many areas in the 40s today. Low temperatures tonight should be a little bit warmer than what we've been seeing as we start seeing clouds advance into the region. In terms of weather, we really expect the precipitation to break out during the overnight hours, and this is what we might see by come tomorrow morning, come Thursday morning. We expect to see a little bit of light snow moving across portions of eastern Idaho and the Snake Plain tomorrow morning. Very light snowfall amounts, possibly rain mixing in with a little bit of rain down in portions of the Magic Valley and Snake Plain. As we move into the afternoon, we expect that initial first wave to start moving off into Wyoming with just some showers possible in the afternoon. Looking at your high temperature forecast for Thursday, it looks like most areas will still be in the 40s, but it will be starting to see our winds picking up just a little bit. Looks like most of the better wind gusts, though, are going to be up at ridgetop level. So on Thursday, we're not expecting a whole lot of blowing and drifting snow around. But there will be some slick conditions, especially in the mornings and probably up around mountain passes on Thursday, Thanksgiving morning. As we go into the evening, though, things are going to start changing pretty quickly. We are expecting a couple different batches of snowfall to move into the region. The first batch moves into the central Idaho mountains up around Galena Summit and Stanley after 5 p.m. That produces some pretty decent snowfall amounts there. And then that moves off into eastern Idaho during the late evening hours. And we are expecting just a teeny tiny bit of a break during the overnight hours, Thursday night going into Friday morning. Very short-lived, maybe only a few hours before we start seeing the next big push of moisture moving through. This is looking at your overnight temperatures forecast for Friday. Going into Friday morning, and this is looking at your wind gusts. You start seeing winds starting to pick up with the next big push of moisture starting to move into the region. As we move into Friday morning, that's when we're expecting the heavy precipitation to move into the area. Snow levels are going to be sitting generally between 5,000 and 5,500 feet. However, down around into the Magic Valley and portions of the lower Snake Plain, we could be just cold enough to pick up a quick light dusting of snowfall early Friday morning. We're not too certain about that yet, but we're not expecting significant snowfall amounts down in the lower valley floors, out in the Magic Valley and Snake Plain, but you could see a light dusting there. Most of the snow, heavier snow, is going to be up above 5,000 to 5,500 feet. That's where we're expecting the bigger impacts. As we go into Friday afternoon, you see here heavier snow, generally up around 5,500 feet, moving across the region. Here's looking at your high temperature forecast for Friday. And then this is looking at your wind gusts for Friday afternoon, and we would probably see some blowing and drifting snow issues at that time. As we're going to Friday evening, you still see heavy snow continuing, especially above 5,500 feet. We do have a strong cold front that'll be moving into the region, and that will bring our snow levels down to valley floors. But we think most of the moisture will be moving out of the region by that time, so perhaps another additional ½ an inch is possible in the Magic Valley and Snake Plain during that time. We're not looking for heavy amounts right now, at least, but keep advised things can change. It's a pretty quickly evolving situation. This is looking at your low temperature forecast going into Saturday morning. It is a pretty strong cold front moving through the area, and wow, look at these winds. This is looking at our wind forecast for Friday night. Definitely going to have some wind running around Friday night, and then just like that, Saturday morning, not much snowfall around at all. All that wind carries most of this system off into Wyoming and Colorado by that point. This is looking at your Saturday afternoon snowfall amounts. Here's your high temperature forecast on Saturday, much colder and still rather breezy. So it's going to be a little bit on the chilly side for Saturday. That concludes the briefing, and if you have any questions or comments, please let us know.